There are a couple of fishing safety tips for kids and parents that you should be well aware of, especially when you're going out for the first time. There are a lot of things going on. You're stressed out, the kid's excited. Those two things uh, mix, and then you don't want to be the person losing your cool, and you don't want your child to be uninterested all of a sudden in fishing when you were really ready to go, but your emotions has overwhelmed you, and something unsafe happens. So one of those things that can happen is you have a very dangerous tool in your hand and you're giving it to a child because that thing has a hook on it. Now it could be a single hook, it could be a treble hook. Treble hooks are really scary, and you have to realize one, not only can they harm themselves with that, they can also harm other people and wildlife around you, and or maybe cast it improperly, end up in a tree, and then you can get upset, but you shouldn't. You should stay cool, calm, and collected. Just make sure when you give them that kind of tool, that kind of thing, that they're ready to cast. So you should go get my Be the Hero course and teach them how to get ready safely with their casting experience with something like a bobber or something soft, so they can work on how things feel when they cast, so they can end up in the right direction, casting toward the water and not toward this camera, which is in a tree. Uh, and another thing you want to do is you want to really watch where they are, because you might be trying to figure out how to put the worm on the hook and you're tying knots and you turn around and your child is gone. You don't know where they went. Maybe I don't know, I didn't want to think about that. Or they end up in the water and they can't swim, and or they just went in the water and they're dirty and you're like, I don't got no extra clothes for them because I wasn't even thinking about them wanting to jump in the water. But that's what kids like to do, right? Should you stop them? That's up to you. We're at the beach down in Miami, and that happened. Let it roll. This is long. If if you're live bait fishing and you got the line cast out for some catfish or something, which is a time thing, with just like carp, you don't want them to get intertwined with your bait by jumping out into the water and then trying to pull it in by hand. Also dangerous. So make sure you have, these are all simple things, but you have to keep your mind open and watch your child at all times when you're doing things, even when you think you're busy. And also make sure you have the proper equipment with you in case something happens. People get hooked. I hook myself still because I don't like to pay attention all the time by myself. I think I'm an adult, but I can still do dumb things just like any other human. And you should have a medical kit, band-aids and stuff, and a septic, or some Neosporin, and then keep on fishing. No big deal. So I'm Dwight Norris, fishingnetwork.com. If you want information, you can go there